One more thing. It might help. He loves to gamble.
All right.
Coming at Yeehaw.
Yes. January 2024 Nerdthusiast Poker Podcast. Let's hear it from our sponsor first.
Gray Harbor Digital. Thank you again for hosting the Nerdthusiast Poker Podcast. If you want to know about Gray Harbor Digital, you could Google them, probably the easiest, or you could watch our podcast. We'll give you a little skinny on them. They are a performance digital advertising agency that works with top brands like Capital One Shopping, Honey, and Lotto.com. It has actually been nominated for the the Startup Company of the Year, from what I understand. Okay. And that's coming from the sponsor itself. So I guess that is coming up in a few weeks, the award ceremony for that industry.
Okay. Nice.
So Gray Harbor Digital, they provide all their partners transparency by giving the name of the partner and the ability to see the funnel, whatever that means. But again, check out some of their own properties such as Rad Undergrad, Let's Go Adulting, and Sick Media Podcast. Gray Harbor Digital, close buddy of mine. He's helping us out. Definitely check them out if you're looking to spread some digital advertising, your name, your brand, whatever you got. Very affordable, and he will work with you directly. He's a great guy. So new year, new digs, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
so that's why I'm making sure the video looks all right and everything.
We got a new place that we're recording home base at, right?
Welcome to Command Center 2.0, the new Hoagie pad, which I told her, I was like, I'm literally never moving again. That's it.
It's the worst process ever.
I hate it. I hate moving. It's like, I need to know. I am like, so if you came to my house, there's shit everywhere. But I know where everything is. Like, I could tell you where everything is. It looks cluttered, but I could tell you, like, if a pen moves. That's just, like, how my brain works.
Yeah.
So, like, having to move an entire house and put it here is, like, been mentally driving me mad.
Dude, it's so funny you say that. And just kind of getting off topic a little bit. When I was a kid, we've talked about it before, I had an extensive collection of Nintendo games.
Yes.
I mean, probably more than any kid I knew at the time. I had over 400, and I don't know what the final number was that, after all was said and done, because at that point it just became a collection where I wasn't even playing the game. I was just trying to get games I didn't have. But I did have them in alphabetical order. And I remember, like, if anyone came to my house and they played a game, I could tell that it wasn't dude, you didn't put it back where it's supposed to go. Yeah. What are you doing? It goes in A, B, C, dude. You don't put it all the way down here in S. Come on, dog. But
I feel that.
Yeah. So new year, new resolutions. We'll get to that. Hopefully, we'll hit on some of those. So the last time we talked, we had the a live podcast with Borgata Boss Babe, poker manager at the Borgata, and that's what we're kick things off right now. You and I have just finished a couple tournaments this week.
Yeah.
What did you think about it so far with Borgata?
I thought it was, solid, man. I felt so good to be back. Like, I just felt like I can officially say Borgata is like my home field advantage. Like, I just feel like when I walk there, I don't want to say like a regular, right? But like, I feel like it's like, I feel so comfortable being there.
Yeah.
Like I just feel at ease there.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I'll jump into what I was doing. I did I put 2 bullets into the kickoff. Just didn't get really anything going in that, unfortunately. So then stayed over Friday. I had planned to stay there for like pretty much the weekend. Came Friday, played the bounty event, which played pretty solid, and I was able to scoop like 3 bounties from it. But every bounty I got were like baby stacks.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't take out, like, any monster stacks, you know what I mean, in the bounty. So, like, every time I got a bounty. So, I was able to free roll from that, broke even, got 3 bounties, so it is what it is.
Nice.
Ran pretty deep, about 40 from the money I busted, unfortunately.
Oof.
And then Saturday was the Saturday series, which I was contemplating not playing. I was, like, kind of up in the air. I talked to my fiance, and she's like, just play. I'm like, okay. So, decided to fire into that. 1 bullet, and luckily I did because I ran pretty deep. Dude, the couple things that sucked though. One, I was battling a headache, right? I was battling a headache that was like growing for like 3 days because of that storm that was coming in that was like supposed to be snow, then it wasn't snow or whatever the hell it was. So my mind grade was like kind of growing. I'm like popping Advil or whatever hell. And so that was kind of playing on me. But then like got mentally in my head because you heard about the Atlantic City water situation.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So if you don't know, if you're watching this later or whatever, Atlantic City was like, they said like, don't drink the water at all. It's boil only, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the day before, I'm drinking stuff with ice in it. I'm showering. Not that I'm drinking.
Can I get a sugar-free Red Bull and a couple ice?
Yes. I'm drinking coffee. I never get coffees. I get a coffee, and that's obviously made with the tap water. And this is the before we knew of the advisory. And so, and then I'm showering. Obviously, I'm not drinking the shower water, but it's getting in my mouth, my ears, my nose, right?
Yes.
So then, like, the advisory comes out, like, boil only. I'm like, what are we in, like, Flint, Michigan? Like, what is this? Where am I? Where am I right now? And then, but at the meantime, I have a headache going on, which I get sinus headaches, which is nothing new. I get them about once a month, whatever. But one of the things of, like, the side effects of, like, parasites or organisms being there is, like, headaches. Yeah, I'm like, okay, so I might be done.
You're in your head about it.
So it was in my head. So anyway, long story short, ran deep, totally freaking punted at the end to like some young gun that pissed me off. Like, I don't know who this dude is. He's from Connecticut. I'm not even going to give him props because he just pissed me off. And just totally got in my head because he kept shoving on me like literally nonstop. 4 shoves in a row. Every time I raised, big blind, button. And it was obviously targeted to me. Finally, hey, we're in the money at this point. There's 48 people left or whatever, and I had like 25 big blinds, so I didn't have to put this in here. I guess it was a punt. I don't know. So dude opens under the gun again. So I'm like, you know what? F this dude. Like,
you're jamming.
I'm jamming on this dude. I had ace jack on the in the big. He was directly to my left. He was under the gun. Folds all around to me. I just ship on him because I'm in my head. I'm like, dude, I need to like set the tone here. I did the same thing against Sean Deeb in the main event. I'm like, I have to set the tone. I can't just keep getting blinded out by this dude to my left. That's just gonna.
He has a false impression of who you are.
Yeah, yes. Like he needs to know, like I'm willing to roll with it. But unfortunately, he had ace queen, like top of the range at that point. I don't know what else he was really shoving with before, but I had ace jack, ace queen. Long story short, he wins, right? And I'm out. But it just, dude, he was just some young gun from Connecticut. I've never played with him, never seen him before. He's totally like 23 years old.
I know you're not a stats guy. Did you ever go back and see how he finished up?
No, because I looked today. I was so busy today just trying to get everything set up with the new crib and everything. I didn't even see who like won the Saturday, and I'm scared I'm going to open up the image.
It's going to be him.
It's going to be him. Like, I'm like, damn it.
Yeah, so we'll update you next podcast who actually won and where that guy finished. Because
I'm not even going to get him props.
I'm interested in finding out. So speaking of that, I'll go into a little bit what I did, which was pretty much nothing. But I did play the opening event, threw 1 bullet at that. Got lucky enough to win a satellite seat into the Almighty through BetMGM. Dude, I mean, like I said, man, those 2 sites, Borgata Poker, BetMGM, whatever you want to call them, with the amount of stuff that they give away and the satellites that they run, it gives a lot of regular amateur-esque players, guys who don't have a deep bankroll, an opportunity to get into these events. Because literally, they started this promotion. I don't know if you got it, but it was like pick a snowflake. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so this recent week, right before the open series, well, right as the open series started, a promotion I got was pick a snowflake every day between like a certain day, and every day they gave you like a certain, like you got a special thing.
Did you have to play like so many cash points or anything, or no?
You did after you got it. So basically, like 4 or 5 days straight in a row, I wound up getting like $25 free through this promotion. And then I just segued that into this Almighty seat. I mean, I didn't turn it into gold, but it didn't cost me anything to get in.
Sick.
And like I said, I mean, if you guys are listening out there, the satellites on BetMGM and Borgata, like they're almost always an overlay. Almost. But then sometimes you get like 5 or 6 seats depending on how many people enter. So then I went yesterday, played the Almighty, busted my first bullet, like right when the second flight was starting. I was like, man, what do I want to fire again? I did.
See, that's where they make up their money, the overlay, and then they get people like you that just come in and punt the first bullet, and then you fire.
But it's funny because speaking of which, so I got there at 11, and they wound up pushing it back to 12, and I didn't know. So my buddy and I, he was there, Shinbone was there, and I was like, yo, let's go play that slot that you played in Vegas. And I don't play slots, dude. So I put $100 into this slot. It's called Wild Leprechauns.
A slot satellite.
Yo, dude, shit you not. I hit for like 700 on this slot. So now I'm super free rolling. I got a free roll. I satellited in, and then I had an extra $700 in my pocket. So I'm like,
don't waste 4 hours playing a satellite. Just do a slot satellite. They're way better.
So I was like, all right, I'm rebuying. And then ran into this super aggro dude. You would know who he is. Dude, he did this one play where I'm to his immediate left, and a dude limps under the gun, right? And this guy like just throws in accidentally throws in like it was like blinds were like 4-8, and he accidentally throws in like 13,000, and he's like, and the dude under the gun's not paying attention. He's like, is that for real? And I'm like, I didn't say anything, and I'm just like, I know this guy's total angling. That guy repops to like 40K, and the other dude's like, I'm all in. He winds up having aces. Weird. And that guy who limped under the gun had kings and winds up getting cracked. And I'm like, and I said to him as I got up, I'm like, total amateur hour, dude. I'm like, you didn't know what he was angling? He's like, I had kings. It was going to happen anyway. I'm like, I get that, but like,
call him out on it at least.
You know what I mean?
I call people out on that shit.
I did call him out on it. I'm like, dude, come on. We all knew what you were trying to do. And then he winds up busting me later. Flop top 2 against him.
Sweet.
He had aces again. And the board paired on the river for a higher 2 pair for him. And I punted, like 65,000 to him in that hand. Pissed. And I drove home.
Yeah, but your driving was better than my driving.
15, 20 minutes. But overall, I think that they did a really good job. There was a lot of, back and forth on Twitter. I saw Poker Boss Babe getting into it, like trying to fight Twitter trolls, hating on her for like the percentages of the initial payout and like running, through level 16 or level 17 for the opening event. And I wound up just DMing her on the side. I'm like, yo, listen, you're new to Twitter, because I remember what she said. She wasn't really used to it.
Just ignore the haters,
I was like, you're never going to win.
Yeah.
I was like, just ignore them. I was like, respond to the people, get your message out, and then just be done with it. And, she's like, I just don't want people to have a bad impression of the Borgata. I'm like, listen, they're going to come anyway.
I mean, look, dude, they crushed every guarantee.
That's what I mean. Like,
every guarantee so far has been
no
crushed.
one that plays poker on a regular basis, even if they're unhappy with one particular thing that you decide, is going to keep them from coming and throwing their money at a tournament.
Dude, I played the bounty tournament. Like, they undershot the guarantee on that because they put a $75,000 guarantee on that Friday. They hit the guarantee before the tournament even started.
I know.
It hit like $400,000 in the prize
pool.
pool.
Like, my thing is like, be realistic here, people. What do you think is going to happen when the poker room only has so many seats and so many tables, and the ballroom that they're using has only so many seats and so many tables, and an unanticipated number of people show up? Things are going to be a little bit hectic. Yeah. The opening event, I'm sure one thing or another people were pissed off about. The Almighty yesterday got pushed back to 12:15. Guess what? Deal with it.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
you're not doing anything
complaining.
anyway, bro.
Dude, people were whining like, I expected the bag at 10 p.m. and now I'm not going to bag till 12. And so she made a decision with the Almighty. Was like, all right, we're only going to play 16 levels instead of the normal 17. Well, whatever. But the point is like, yo, stop complaining.
Yeah, dude, the Borgata's back, dude. I was just so happy to see like it packed.
Seriously.
Like, dude, and there was like bad players again. And, like, it was beautiful, man.
Dude, my first Almighty table, there was limpers, and I'm like, praise Lord. Because this is the first live tournament I've played since Vegas. And we all know WSOP, if you're limping, you're the target, dog. So like my whole table was limping. I'm like, oh, this is great. Borgata Poker is back, baby. So